Hi guys, welcome back to Jungle Flowers Canada. My name is Grania and thank you so much for joining me. So guys, today I'm going to do a little video. It would have been nice to do an unpacking for one of them, but it actually didn't arrive boxed, and that's very exciting news for you that I want to share with you also. But I got two Alocasias. They are absolutely stunning and I got them from two different places. So I'm going to start with the first one that I got and the story that's behind it. Okay, so guys, the first plant I got is this beautiful Alocasia black velvet. Look at this gorgeous plant. Now I've had it in my IKEA greenhouse since I got it and it's doing so well. So I purchased this from Kim's Nature. The story behind it. So I couldn't sleep one night and I'm going through Instagram and I see that I missed a post from Kim's saying that they were going to have these plants in their store the next day and the doors were opening at 10 a.m. They had said for people to line up in their cars on the west side of the building. So I have never lined up, but I have heard that the lineups can be, you know, you can be 2 or 3 hours lining up to get in because the plants are so popular, and obviously with COVID we're having a restricted amount of people entering the store. So I think this was like 2 a.m. when I saw it and I thought, okay, you know what, I'm going to set my alarm for 6:45. I'm going to hop up, quickly shower and fly in to Kim's Nature. So I actually woke at 6:30 and I thought, you know what, I'm going to get up now and, you know, I'll beat most of the crowd. I said, I'm sure there's going to be people there. So I actually got up at 6:30 and I hopped in my car. I was in my car for 7:10. I arrived at Kim's Nature at 7:40. So I'm thinking, okay, I'm in the wrong place because there's no cars here. It's only me. So I saw a sign, cars line up from here. So I said, okay. So I lined up and I waited and waited and I was still on my own for like a good half hour. And then about 8:10, another car arrived. So I thought, okay, well, at least I'm in the right place. And then maybe another half an hour later, a third car arrived. So I realized, okay, I've been here since the crack of dawn and I didn't need to come this early. However, it's very hard apparently to tell. Sometimes it works that way. Sometimes the lineup could be a mile down the road. But anyway, I was the first there. It was fine. I actually had a little nap in my car. I just did some Googling and they came out, I think, around 9:20 and they were handing out the numbers. But then they said, you know what, there was only maybe 5 or 6 cars there at that point. So they said, you know what, we're just going to let you guys in. So anyway, they did have a limit of 1 stated on Instagram, but because so few people showed up, they said you could get 2. So in I went and I was the first in and I had a look and I picked up this one, and then I said, you know what, I might as well buy a second one. So I picked up a second one and I'm walking around with it and then I'm like, okay, this is crazy. These are not cheap plants. I thought, I'm not going to take 2, I'm just going to take 1. And it took everything in my power to put 1 back, but I did. And I laughed and joked at the desk and said, you know, I almost took 2, but I knew, you know, I can't do this. I have spent way too much on plants of late. And with that, the guy at the till said, oh, you've actually got 2 in that pot. And I looked at it and I'm like, oh, I had never noticed. So, can you see? There actually is a second one here. There actually is 2 plants in one. Now he joked and he said, oh, well, maybe I'll charge you for 2 now. It was funny, we laughed about it. But what a little find. Look at this. So I have a second little plant. So when that matures, I'll be able to split it and I will have 2 of these beautiful babies. So I was very excited. I brought it home, put it straight into my IKEA cabinet. So I've had it now since Saturday and today is Thursday. And they did say to me at the till, it will wilt and it'll start to look awful because the conditions are not the same as, your home conditions are not the same as the greenhouses. But not after putting it into my IKEA greenhouse. It's stunning. It's held all its form. The leaves are still firm. They haven't gone soft. It's loving its little life in here in my greenhouse. So I'll just tell you, the humidity is 72% in there at the moment and the temperature is 22.2 degrees. So this little greenhouse is working just beautifully. Actually, I'm just looking here. Yeah. Okay, so I'm so happy with it. So that was a very successful purchase, even though I was a little over eager, but I'm absolutely so delighted to have this plant. And this, of course, oh look, there's another new leaf. I didn't even notice that till now. There's a cute new leaf growing there as well. So it's loving its life in the greenhouse. Now, let me take out my second plant. Actually, this is kind of not going the way I wanted it to go. I am going to talk to you about this. There is a fantastic new young YouTuber, Plantrunz Design, I think is the name. I will put a link. I absolutely love her. She's just started very recently and she's flying. She's already monetized. She's doing wonderfully. And I did, after I did my greenhouse, I was watching hers and she puts this insulation around it. So I actually followed her lead and I bought some, and it has made a huge difference. You can't even see me there. It's made a huge difference to my greenhouse. Now let me show you my second plant. Little cutie. Okay, so I'm going to put this baby back inside. It's very crowded in here, guys, because I'm trying to make sure that all my plants get the best humidity. So I will have to move these around a little bit soon. Actually, I should show you this one as well, even though I have shown that one to you before, but I will show it to you. So actually I think I might have made a bit of a boo-boo in the way I put this piece down here. I might put some more on. But anyway, let me just close this over. Okay, so the second plant I got is this beautiful baby. So this is the Anthurium Silver Dragon, and I'm sure some of you have seen these on Instagram and on Facebook, and they grow to be huge and they're absolutely stunning. There is actually a dead leaf here, which I will take off. So let me tell you the story behind this. So I was looking for one of these and Kim's Nature didn't have them. Now they have sold them in the past. And I was looking on Etsy and they were just really too expensive. But I found this one in Hemans in London. Now my daughter-in-law is from London and she was supposed to be going home. So I had emailed them to say, could I pay for the plant and then she would pick it up? And they said, absolutely. So then it turned out her plans changed and she wasn't able to go to London. So I'm thinking, oh my gosh, they don't deliver. How am I going to do this? And this is when I found out about this amazing company called Plantrunz. So I emailed Plantrunz and I asked them, do they deliver to my area? And they said, yes, we do. And I said, I have 2 plants I wanted to pick up from Hemans. And they said, yes, we're picking up from them on Tuesday. So if you'd like to order ahead and pay for the plants, we'll pick them up on Tuesday and we'll deliver them to you on Thursday. So I ordered 2 plants because a most loveliest plant friend, I would call her, Samantha, she also ordered one. I had put up on a Facebook group, did anybody want to go in with me for the delivery? And she said yes, so I ordered 2. And I contacted Hemans, paid for the 2 plants, paid Plantrunz, and lo and behold, my plants arrived today. So they didn't come packaged. They were very healthy and beautiful, sitting in this little box from Hemans. And I was just over the moon. Like, they didn't get damaged in shipping. I know that they are plant people themselves, so I know when they pick up the plants, they know how to take care of them for the day or 2 until they deliver to you. It was wonderful and so simple. Now, when Tim arrived today with the plants, I spoke to him briefly about it, and I had actually emailed them previously to say if I could discuss their business on YouTube, and they said yes, that would be amazing. So I spoke to him and he said they have lots of options. So you're not limited to one garden centre. If they're going to 2 or 3 garden centres, they will pick up from each of them for you and then deliver them all together to your home, which is absolutely fantastic. Now they do have a website, so you can Google them. I will put their website down below, and you can see all the garden centres that they have teamed up with. So they're with Kim's Nature, they're with Hemans, or they mentioned a couple of others. I just can't think of them off the top of my head now. But you can see who they team up with. You can contact them, ask them when they're going there. You make the arrangements like I did. You pay for the plant, you pay them, they'll pick it up, and then they'll deliver it to you. This is an amazing option. How ingenuitive of a young couple in this COVID-19. It's a great service, and I think it's ingenious personally, and I will definitely be using it again. Like for me to drive to London, it's 3 hours there and 3 hours back. It's just not worth it, as much as I was tempted to. But I thought, no, you know what, this isn't worth it for me. And then my daughter-in-law wasn't going back, so this was an ideal solution. So I would most definitely recommend it, guys. I hope you go check them out. And it's just a wonderful way of us accessing those plants within, so they go as far as Ottawa. I'd probably go further. I'm not even sure what the radius is, but today they were heading to Ottawa. So I think it's a great opportunity for plant sellers and for plant buyers. So best of luck to this company. I really hope they do very well, and I want to thank them personally for the wonderful service they gave me. So let's move on to my third Anthurium, and this is the one that I received from Thailand. Look at how stunning this is. Do you see there's a new leaf coming here? So this is an Anthurium Forgetii cross Crystalinum. The leaves are just so beautiful. So each of the plants are so different. So we have the green there, we have the silver here. Oh, I put my other one back in, but you remember the other one was very dark, emerald green almost. It was beautiful. So these get huge, guys, and they're exactly what I'm looking for my new greenhouse. So I am so thrilled with these. As I said, this one I got from Asian Plant Exports in Thailand, and it's doing very nicely. I've had it now for well over a week, and like the same as the others, it's in my greenhouse, my IKEA greenhouse, and it's doing beautifully. So guys, I want to talk about the price of these expensive plants. Now, these ones, they were pricey, not outrageously expensive, but they were expensive, and I just want to encourage people to pace themselves. You know, we all want the plant that's hard to find. I get that 100%. I'm the same, and when it becomes readily available, it doesn't hold the same excitement for us, and I do understand that. But I also would like to caution people about, just taking it too far, going too crazy. I mean, I've probably spent way too much on plants. I probably shouldn't have spent anything near what I'm spending, but I am a little concerned for the way some of the prices are going, and if you can afford them, I say go for it. Just go for it. It's, if it's not going to cause you any hardship, but we all get caught up in that plant, the elusive plant that we all want, and it's not readily available, and we see it online and we're like, oh my God, I really can't afford it, but I really want it. And I'm just trying to maybe just ask you to have some restraint so that you don't get yourself into financial difficulty, because I am concerned that this is going to become a problem. And just remember, guys, we're making these investments and they're beautiful, and if we can keep them alive and maybe propagate them and maybe sell a cutting, that's amazing. But remember, guys, these could die as well. You could get this home and it could just die on you, and that's your money down the drain. Take your time. I'm collecting plants now it's over 2.5 years. I'm heading for 3 years now, and I'm only starting to pick up some of these unusual plants. I did get my Thai constellation over 2 years ago, thankfully, because now they're just ridiculously expensive. And I did get a couple that, a couple of years ago that they weren't as expensive as they are now. But we do need to pace ourselves and take our time and buy within our limits. And I guess I'm a grandmother now, right? And I do worry for everybody. I have to be careful for myself as well, because sometimes I'm looking at plants and I'm like, oh my God, can I do this? Can I do this? And I try my best to resist. So I just wanted to just add that little piece onto this, because these 3 plants that I have here are expensive. The black velvet was $69.99. The silver dragon was $79.99. I'm in serious trouble now because my husband is going to see this. And this, it's hard for me to say how much these cost because I'm buying them from Thailand. So I think this was about 20, maybe 25 US dollars. So say like, I don't know, let's say 40 Canadian, and then I had to pay for the shipping, which is like almost the same price as the plants sometimes, depending on how many plants you're bringing in. So I'm hazarding probably this cost me $60 because I had to buy a phytosanitary certificate. So they're not cheap, guys, and we don't want to kill them. Like, and those prices are, you're probably saying they're not expensive because there's plants out there that are $2, $3, $4, $6. I saw plants today for $800. So, you know, $60 sounds, well, you know, that's not too bad, but it's still a lot of money for something that could die on you guys. So I hope this advice is helpful, guys. I will be doing a video, hopefully tomorrow, on my new greenhouse that was built onto the side of my house. So this is a proper greenhouse, guys. I love my little IKEA greenhouse, but this is a proper wooden structure that hopefully will be all weather. At the moment, the temperature out there is about 76 degrees. The humidity is 80 degrees. So it's, you know, at the moment, all things going well, it looks like it's going to work for the winter. It's so heavily insulated. They're like the flooring, there's probably well over a foot of insulation in the floor and around the bottom of the walls. So I'm hoping that it's going to be able to keep my plants alive over the winter. So guys, if you could give me a thumbs up, I would so appreciate it. If you could subscribe to my channel, that would be amazing. If you have any questions or comments, please don't forget to ask below. I hope you have a wonderful day, guys, and thank you again for joining me. Take care.